No, I want to compare myself against the best guys. I want to learn from the best guys.
I mean, you are learning from the best guys. There's no doubt, but I feel like you're pay to win, bro. Pay to win jiu-jitsu.
And then both give me some more feedback, and then I got to do it again. And Gilbert will give me some feedback, and then I got to do it again. And then both give me some more feedback, and then I got to do it again. And we'll do that for hours.
Look at fucking Gordon's
and then,
face,
at
dude.
1 a.m, I say, all right, what are the main things I need to focus on? So
Here comes the yawn.
What else do I need to focus on? What am I missing? What can I do better?
Ideally 7-8% body fat, 7 point something is good.
He looked down.
Yeah, okay.
Not 8% body fat with moobs. Moobs? I don't even know what moobs are. Is that man boobs? Well, I just learned what moobs are. Man boobs. You can't buy respect. That's so true. This guy nailed it right here. You can't buy respect, Moneyberg. I mean, the only reason I'm talking about you is because people are just like, I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't buy it, bro. What's up, everyone? I'm going to be reacting to a guy named Moneyberg who got his black belt within 3.5 years. I know that seems kind of crazy. BJ Penn got his black belt within 3 years and 4 months, but he had the skills to prove it. I don't know anything about this guy, but let's watch some videos to find out. If you're new here, I'm Nate. I'm a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing this about 7 years. And if you like Jiu-Jitsu, gaming, or both like me, subscribe to the channel for more. All right, let's watch some videos. All right, this is Moneyberg. He seems like he's in okay shape. He got his black belt from Jake Shields, I believe. And yeah, I mean, I've met Jake Shields. I've come across him. He trained at Half Gracie when I was a white belt. Yeah, I would see him once in a while. All right, I mean, let's see why he gave him a black belt, shall we?
The amount of the guys that are putting names behind you, like it's conspiracy. A lot of these guys have a lot of money. They're working with you. These aren't like guys that are broke. It's not like all retired fighters that are hurting for a paycheck. You're talking about current guys that are making millions of dollars. Guys like Gordon and stuff. It's like, give me a break.
Gordon's made so much money. Chuck Liddell, Hoist Gracie. These guys have a lot of money. There's no reason they would.
Yeah, so those are all the people that helped train him within his 3.5 years, which, yeah, they do have a lot of money, right? But I'm sure they wouldn't mind more money. I'm just saying. Are they getting coached? Is he getting coached by them like every day? Does this guy train like Monday, went like at least 2 times a week? Judging by his figure, I mean, there's a lot of guys who does jiu-jitsu that don't have the best body, but still.
Gracie. These guys have a lot of money. There's no reason they would. But how do you buy the integrity of Hoist Gracie, or
no?
How would that happen?
Like, do you really understand?
But the fact that he does, you know, he calls himself Moneyberg. He shows off his money. Doesn't make me feel like, okay, these guys that make a lot of money from jiu-jitsu wouldn't mind getting a paycheck, right? I'm just saying.
Understood training you early on that it wasn't just money. A lot of these guys, you know, obviously I pay people good, but they're gonna tell you to f off. It's just money if there's any disrespect. I mean, we first met through Nick Diaz, I think out one night. You were about 50 pounds overweight. I remember you asked me to train you, and I'm just like,
not anymore, haters.
No, I like you. I guess I'm like, I guess I could try it for a month or two, but you know, right away you're respectful. You know, never. Later on, you started questioning. Yes, you should actually get better. But when you're new to a student, you don't start questioning the first like 6 months. Questions are great once you start understanding things and start adding things and add your stuff. But you were smart enough to know just.
All right, let me just add to like, let's say, I'm not saying Jake Shields would do this, but let's just say that, you know, you have a student that is Mr. Moneybags over here, right? And you come in and he wants to do privates. He'll pay you like $5,000 a session, and then he's like, hey, like, how much will it cost to get to a black belt? You know, I don't know, man. Like, I'm sure there'd be a black belt that'd want to make some money, because hey, man, someone wants to get a new car, someone wants to buy a house. I don't know, dude. I haven't seen this guy's skill yet, but I'm very skeptical. Very, very skeptical.
That's the exact model in my mind. It's like, I'm going as a total rookie, and I'm asking a guy that's an elite black belt and a multi-time world champion, hey, would you take the time to be my head coach and help me with this area? And, you know, I would say it that way myself at the time. You know, yeah, it's my job to shut the f up and follow instructions. And later on, after I have, you know, a better map in my head, Now, then I can ask some questions for clarity.
Didn't really
At the beginning,
explain
it'd be good
anything
for you
about his
if you have
black
a
belt.
mentor.
All right, I didn't get much out of that one. Let's see what he says about his black belt here.
2. I say 2 because I have my black belt from Jake Shields in Jiu-Jitsu. It was presented to me on Thursday in Las Vegas, so a little less than a week ago. And for those of you that have been around a long time, you've seen me make progress on that for years now, since late 2021. Interesting thing about that I'd like you to think about for your personal lives is, I don't know, 40 something professional fighters and 15 or 20 champion level professional fighters. I say, oh, congratulations, well earned. All the people that trained with me, they say good things. And then the general public, though, or just people, some guy that runs a gym that's got 800 followers or something, they got a lot of negative opinions.
Dissing the gym owner. Probably dissing me because I'm talking about you too, man.
You can't do it in that time. You can't do. It's not a real black belt because it didn't meet. It didn't take you 20 years or something. And I just said Mikey Musumeci made this comment, and Gilbert Burns made similar comments.
Dropping names over here. Dropping names.
It's like, yeah, if you have the best coaches in the world, and you worked very hard, and you had a high functioning brain,
and you have money.
Other things, like, would it really take you an average amount of time? Like, that makes no sense.
Do yourself a favor. Avoid poverty. Choose prosperity. Click.
No thanks. I mean, if you have money, bro, makes it a lot easier. I don't think you're not mentioning that part. I'm still skeptical. Like, I'm watching all your clips on your channel, but you're not actually showing me anything about your jiu-jitsu. I don't know what to say about that. Let's go watch another clip.
Said to me, Jake Shields, after
Dropping
he gave me
names.
that black belt, we did a podcast like a day or 2 days later, and he said, I really thought you were going to quit. He's like, I tried to get you to train with some blue belts and purple belts that were like lower ranked guys that you would do better against, and you're like, no, I want to work with the champions.
All right, let's see.
And he said, I tried to get you some local black belts. I tried to bring some black belts. And he said, I tried to get you some local black belts that you would do better against.
The guy's
And you're
half
like, no,
guard.
I want to work with the champions. And
got out of the little knee shield on him, and he hit it very, very easy. I mean,
to work with the champions. And he said, I tried to get you some local
pushing
black
down the
belts.
hands.
I tried to bring
Okay.
some black belts over that are like not elite, top level elite black belts, just some elite
All right.
black belts.
You got the heel hook. I mean, it wasn't the most craziest heel hook.
The community.
You got Gordon Ryan
He's
hugging
like,
you.
no, I want to work
and
with
you
the best
pushed
guys.
away.
And that was my comparative others. I don't want to work with.
Okay, so I don't know how that shows that you have black belt skills, though. I don't know what that has to say.
Some guy wanting to work with you and all the best guys. And I think that makes a big difference over time. That was.
I mean, yeah, your name dropping all these big people, but I need to see your skill, right? Is it just me? Am I going crazy? Like, I need to see more of your stuff, bro. Right now, you're just all talk.
No, I want to compare myself against the best guys. I want to learn from the best guys. I want my skill set to be close like theirs,
I mean, you are learning from the best guys. There's no doubt. But I feel like you're pay to win, bro. Pay to win jiu-jitsu.
Closer to them. I want to close that gap. So he's like, that was so intense what you did. He's like, I really thought that at some time you were going to break and just be like, all right, I can't do this no more.
I didn't really see you sweating those, but let's see what people are saying. How fast could you earn your black belt if you had a training team of world champions? Tough to say. About 6 to 8 years. You ain't a black belt. When are you going to compete? Yeah, when is he going to compete? I can't wait to see you compete in your first black belt competition. That's kind of funny because, yeah, let's see how he does as a black belt competing. That should be very interesting. Sounds like you had a lot of opportunity working with your defense, but how did your offense training go? Did these champions scale down their level of defense so you could learn the nuances of submission move? Let's see. This guy said, this Aikido you're talking about is not BJJ. We actually spar in BJJ, so you must be talking about Aikido. Dang. Okay. You do realize that paying the elite guys, you're paying for the perfect training partner that's going to allow you to work, right? It'd be more impressive if you rolled with the local blue and purple belts that aren't trying to necessarily letting you work. Getting tapped by an elite black belt is super easy cope because they're black belts. Getting tapped by a female mom hobbyist purple belt because you zigzag when you should have zagged is the most humbling and important experience in jiu-jitsu. It makes you better. Not bad. That's why they make fun of your technique. You got too many partners letting you work and getting away with stuff, and people recognize it. Well, it does seem like, hey, you're teaching moves and you're paying these guys so much that they don't really want to offend you in any way. I don't know. It seems like they're wearing your shirts and everything and repping your Moneyberg shit, but they don't want to say anything bad because you're paying the bills. An example of that is just saw this video. He says he's 7 to 8% body fat. I don't know about that. Does he look 7 to 8? I'm like 13% right now. This figure going on. But this guy has a gut, dude. I mean, he has abs under there, right? But he has one of those bubble gut shit that a lot of muscular people have. I have to see the comments for this too, you know?
And, ideally 7-8% body fat, 7 point something is good.
He looked down.
Yeah, I weigh 260.
Oh, I'm 260. I said
Okay.
Okay. Do you see how he looked down? This motherfucker. He looked down. You're wearing his shirt, right? You don't want to offend him. You're wearing his shirt. He paid for you to come down here. So you just go, okay.
Okay.
I like how he looked at his friend.
Yeah.
You know there's a friend right there. Just like, okay, giving that eye. Let's see. Dog has an extended gut and claims he's single digit body fat. He's realistically 25 plus, and that's being generous. This is the king of cringe. Man, he's kind of like, he's reminding me of like the liver king of jiu-jitsu, man. In a weird way. I don't know. Look, he even got Mixed Scrooge over here. It says a lot about his personality. Not 8% body fat with moobs. Moobs? I don't even know what moobs are. Is that man boobs? Well, I just learned what moobs are. Man boobs. Okay. You can't buy respect. That's so true. This guy nailed it right here. You can't buy respect, Moneyberg. I mean, the only reason I'm talking about you is because people are just like, I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't buy it, bro. Not at all. Let's see. He has see, you got Gordon over here wearing his shirt.
But you can do that too. And then some people say, like, Derek, did you trade in the Maybach? No. I don't need to trade in the Maybach to buy the Phantom. You have both.
All right, he got out.
So
I mean, okay.
But you can do that too. And then some people say,
He got Trump on his shirt. Uh-oh.
Derek, did you trade in the Maybach? No.
He got out. That's, I don't know if that's black belt level, but
you have both. And so on and so on. You can have whatever you want, guys.
okay.
You can have whatever. I'm not even really a car guy. You don't hear me talk about cars too much. I'm not really a car guy per se. But the point is, you can have whatever you want. You have nice homes. You can have nice anything. You have whatever type of woman
That's
that you
pretty
want.
good.
She's gonna treat you good.
But is this black belt? 3.5 years. I mean, that he's a high blue, in my opinion. I don't know, dude. I know what a black belt looks like. And even a guy like his size, like there is guys I roll with that are his size, even bigger. And yet I feel like you can tell that they're black belts. So just looking at this guy and the way he's moving with Gordon just feels like he knows what he's doing, but does he roll like spar? I don't think so, man.
Focus on so you can do it better tomorrow. What else do I need to focus on?
You see Gordon is fucking yawning over there?
And they'll both give me some more feedback, and then I got to do it again. And Gilbert will give me some feedback, and then I got to do it again. And they'll both give me some more feedback, and then I got to do it again. And we'll do that for hours.
Look at fucking Gordon's
And then,
face,
at
dude.
1 a.m, I say, all right, what are the main things I need to focus on? So we
Here
can do it
comes
better
the
tomorrow?
yawn.
What else do I need to focus on? What am I missing? What can I do better? What am I missing?
Hide in the
Is it
yawn.
good or is it great? How do we make it closer to great?
And I have this
guy
conversation
loves
with
to
everybody
talk.
here every week, which is why I actually make progress in things when other
Why
people
is
don't.
no one talking?
And I fear that if
All
you're
right,
okay
this is, how long is this? This is 10 minutes. All right, I'm going to see if they even talk within this 10 minutes. Are these real people? These guys are fake, dude. Stay winning. I hope to buy your RR one day. Your RR? So fake. How do I learn money management? These can't be real people. No fucking way. Is farming a good investment to get into? What are your thoughts, Derek? What? These look fake, bro. All right, let me see this. I'm going to play 10 minutes of this, and I wonder if they're even going to be talking.
with that, 80%. No, I said, Daniel says, epic to be on. I think it's more like 3 principle. How do these two ideas work? Well, is a different 80% of if you're just
they're not even
do better
All day.
and Gordon,
they're barely talking,
say,
bro.
hey, do better
All day.
I mean, how many times in a day do I say, what can I do better? What am I missing? What can I do better?
All day.
And
All day.
Gordon,
All day.
we're training last night. Gordon say, hey, do this. All right, let me first draft. Play with it again. And then I got to do it again. Things I need to focus on.
Every 5 seconds, guys, I'm just going forward. I don't hear them talking at all.
Beautiful, how being beautiful. Somebody else is dating the woman that you would have been dating.
Oh my God, this guy is so cringe.
You could just work a little. I'm getting paid for 40. Talked about my
All right, I am fast forwarding.
So I quit.
I don't see them talking at all.
To earn that,
There's Gordon yawning again. Are they just here for being a statue?
Besides the lottery.
Yeah, don't fall into that trap where you think that's.
Besides the lottery.
6 minutes in, and then Gordon just said, besides the lottery. And let's see if he talks anymore.
Better. Dude, what sort of behavior is it?
I have 2 kids. One.
8 minutes in.
Is that life in general is a marathon.
You watch this video all the way.
Dang.
5 years.
They're only talking for like a minute. 2 minutes.
It's very easy to be disciplined for 6 months.
I'm shocked by how bored they look. All right, let's see how Mike Musumeci did.
How we doing, guys? Got the homie Mikey Musumeci here. 100-time
Wearing
world
his
champion,
gear
ankle
too.
breaker. Who
He
you won?
looks
You
so
won worlds
shy.
4 or 5 times.
5 times, probably 10 times total.
Important
All right,
is
let's just
if you want
fast
to be a
forward. I just wanna
16-time
see.
world champ.
All right, let's watch him roll with Mikey. I shouldn't say roll. Let's drill with Mikey.
Have all those details. You have a solid foundation, and you'll have significantly more consistent success. And it won't just be like a small period that you're lucky that you're successful. Like it'll just keep happening over and over. So I feel like those small details are what make the difference. The conscious small details, not just subconsciously doing a few things right and then getting lucky a bunch of times.
I barely believe in luck. Sure, you could get lucky in some random chance type of way, but I don't think you win. Are there any world champions that were just lucky that didn't have a hell of a lot of
He's not even below the elbow.
skill to go with it to
there you
lead
go.
up to that
Get
opportunity to fight for a belt to begin with?
Not bad, not bad. He just doesn't move like he's, I don't know, man. I need to see him sparring, right? Anyone else agree? We need to see this guy spar with someone. I want to see an actual roll, 5 minutes. I want to see what he actually does. Like right now you're just showing doing moves, and to be honest, like I could get a random white belt and then show him these moves and then record him and he could probably do it. Would he understand how to do it in a roll? I don't think so, but he can do the drill pretty well, and that's all I'm seeing at this moment.
I can't do that right now, and I try to be more clear. Say no, that's I'm not going to do that right now, and in fact I'm not going to do it ever. It's not a priority in my lifetime. It will not be a priority. And I think that clarity is better than having to. I don't want the mental, clutter that somebody's going to come back and ask me for something.
All right, nothing too crazy here. So he's just learning. Oh, there he is again, showing off all the people he's trained with.
Many of the best people in the world that are involved in that sport or in martial arts. So
that wasn't too bad.
That are involved in that sport or in martial arts. So I thought about that, like, oh, like that makes sense that if it takes 10,000 hours or something, to be like pretty legit great at something.
All right,
Like,
what did Hoist have to show him?
I'm approaching 3,000 hours now with, many of the best people ever to do things, in that domain. So it makes sense that you cut that learning curve significantly. But at 10,000 hours, so think about that. If we took the amount of time that I've been training and we get to that 10,000 hours with those type of coaches and attention to detail, then I think it'd be quite good.
Yes.
I think it'll be quite good.
I thought he was laughing at him.
No, it's crazy because Derek is so technical actually in jiu-jitsu, like a conscious level of technique, A lot of the top world champions, they have like a lot of knowledge, but more subconscious. Like they could just be in a spot and they could just feel what to do, right? But they can't really explain well, like what's going on or like have deeper concepts. So I'm always amazed by Derek actually having like conscious, like
I don't know. Do you trust Mikey? Do you have to trust what he says or what you see, man? So I don't know. He's dropping out a lot of people. So yeah, we have a little bit more footage. Let's see. Rolling with Jake Shields.
November 22nd, 2021, which I did the math was 19 months and 13 days ago. 19 months and 13 days. So 19 and a half months, we'll say, to make it easy. And,
is this roll?
Maybe you share some of your observations.
Derek Moneyberg rolling with Jake Shields. This is not really rolling. It's just drilling.
Maybe share some of your observations of my progress or work ethic over time.
It's truly amazing what he's done in such a short period of time. It's less than 2 years into Gracie, Gilbert Burns, Glover Teixeira, Chuck Liddell. He has
showing off all the names again. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Like, I'd like to roll with him to see what would a person that had all this knowledge from all these great people, and as a person that's just trained a little bit longer than him, how I would do, I mean, he would get the weight advantage on me, but I don't know, dude. He is an interesting case for sure. He just doesn't scream black belt. I mean, if he would have done this for 10 years, maybe, right?
I made a decision, a long time ago that I'm like, well, about 4 months in, I thought, well, there's a lot of people out there that are dumber than me and less motivated that have a black belt. And I thought I should have my black belt. And I knew that'd take a few years, but I made that a goal to just keep, work away at that, chip away.
Wanted his black belt.
Make sure I did my part consistently. So
he wanted that status.
Halfway to black belt.
The fact that he wanted the black belt so early on, he calls himself Mr. Moneyberg, right? He cares about status. So you already obtained the money status. I mean, you're called Mr. Moneyberg and you're showing off all your cars. So obviously the money status was already accomplished. So now you wanted to show that you're a big dog. And in these days, getting a black belt means you're a big dog. And I don't know if it's legit. 3.5 years is really quick. The way he rolled, he knows his stuff, right? But even though you know your stuff from these so-called rolling videos, I haven't seen you like in a competition. Well, now that you're a black belt, get on that mat. Like those people said, let's see your first competition as a black belt. Did you want to get it that fast? Go ahead and compete and see how you are with other black belts of your similar age and your weight, and see how you do. I'd love to see that. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you could drop a comment and let me know, is 3.5 years way too quick for a black belt? Or is this some kind of pay to win to level up in World of Warcraft situation? If you give me a like and subscribe, that'd be great. And I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.